Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star based on novel. So let's start. Nine-headed Devil Master led the group of true gods and arrived at where the sector beasts resided. They spotted the giant, golden being with a single glance. Is that a sector beast? Nine-headed Devil Master, Blood Orchid Ancestor, and the other true gods were all careful. Ha ha ha, traces of bent light shot out of the sector beast in the distance, penetrated space. At the same time, it started to guffaw, and its voice echoed the entire space. Are you the true gods from Universe Ocean? And you're here to kill me? Nine-headed Devil Master and other true gods, standing opposite it, were on high alert. Firefly True Master yelled Nine-headed Devil Master, transmitting his voice. You go first. Firefly True Master was reluctant to do so, but he didn't have a choice. After all, it was his miniature universe origin that was being swallowed. Firefly True Master drove a spaceship and rushed toward that giant sector beast in the distance. Sector beast, you're not staying in your nest. Instead, you came out and you're trying to swallow my miniature universe. I'll kill you. Firefly True Master was yelling furiously, and the voice was rumbling. At the same time, the spaceship became a gleaming streak of light, launching itself to strike Sector Beast Morosa in the distance. Yet Sector Beast Morosa didn't even try to dodge it. The front of the spaceship hit the body of Sector Beast Morosa. Its body caved in, but it immediately recovered and smacked the spaceship away. You are the owner of the miniature universe I am swallowing? Sector Beast Morosa giggled. Poor food. You don't even dare to come out and fight me? Firefly True Master, Nine-headed Devil Master in the distance sent a message through the communications token in his head. What are you waiting for? He had asked Firefly True Master to be the vanguard because he wanted to test the power of this sector beast. If he kept hiding in his spaceship, he would indeed stay safe, but it would be impossible to test the real power of the sector beast. That message made Firefly True Master both fearful and enraged. He looked at Sector Beast Morosa out there, and his eyes produced fire. He was full of resentment. Everything that was happening now was because of this sector beast. Sector beast, you deserve to die. Firefly True Master roared. His body swung and flew out of the spaceship instantly. His body was long and wriggling, and it had hundreds of hoofs. Each hoof was sharp, clearly intended to be weapons. It had also prepared true god-level valuables that were suitable to it so that it could wield its pinnacle power. Godly power burning technique. Dimming white light surrounded the area. It was a domain-type supreme true treasure. Die. Firefly True Master had lost his mind, and at this moment, a blurry but ferocious phantom appeared in the space around him. He raced toward Sector Beast Morosa. Ha! Sector Beast Morosa guffawed. Suddenly, a raging and terrifying soul attack penetrated the body of Firefly True Master. The powerful attack made Firefly True Master howl, and the attack it had been planning to unleash was disrupted. Sector Beast Morosa was still guffawing. Suddenly, long arms extended from its body. Dozens of arms extending from its body, and they all slapped at Firefly True Master. Although Firefly True Master howled, he was able to bear the pain, and he raced toward those arms. Each hoof on its body was a terrific weapon, and his claws tore the space apart, containing endless power. The arms of Sector Beast Morosa and the hoofs of Firefly True Master were striking against each other. The fight was a nail-biter. Nine-headed Devil Master thought. Firefly True Master is only at a slight disadvantage. The other true gods all started to transmit their voices. Compared to other true gods in Universe Ocean, Firefly True Master is only mediocre. However, he's only slightly weaker than that sector beast. Not surprising, actually. The original mind said that true gods were able to fight sector beasts. Although Firefly True Master doesn't have a machine-type valuable, he has a soul-type supreme true treasure, a supreme true treasure armor, and a domain-type supreme true treasure. When it comes to close combat, he's much better than Devil God. Besides, Devil God and Illusion Heart True God were attacked by 3 sector beasts at the same time, but we're only facing one sector beast right now. That's right. The sector beasts are trying to swallow each other in their nest. Some must be stronger than others. This sector beast who got out might be a weaker one. All the true gods relieved. Of course, deep down, they were still on high alert. How? Firefly True Master. Nine-headed Devil Master transmitted his voice. All true gods, act together. Don't be reckless. Help each other out. Let's kill this sector beast together. Okay. Let's act together. When the other true gods heard the order, they didn't try to run away from it. They had already had so many true gods acting at the same time, and before, Illusion Heart True God and I Devil God had acted together. They were only two beings. Now, there were 9 of them, and Nine-headed Devil Master was here to lead them. They had nothing to fear. Kill. Let's go kill that sector beast. All at once, those 8 true gods, including Nine-headed Devil Master, charged at the sector beast like streaks of light. In the distance, Firefly True Master, who was fighting sector beast Morosa, was also exhilarated. Let's cooperate and kill that sector beast, he said. A door with dimming white light opened in space. The door opened gradually, and a black thread shot out of that door, reaching right at the front of sector beast Morosa. 2 traces of golden light showed up in space, and the 2 traces of golden light intertwined with each other. They were like scissors, cutting everything in their path, and they rocketing towards sector beast Morosa. Bloody flowers also showed up, and they all flew towards sector beast Morosa, trying to envelop it. Invisible soul attacks also shot toward it. As all the true gods flew toward the sector beast, they performed some long-distance techniques, attacking sector beast Morosa. That sector beast Morosa was attacked by many true gods at the same time, and it howled. The golden armor formed by its energies was already eroded, and bubbles formed on the armor. Its own strength was resisting the godly power, and they were annihilating each other. Sector beast Morosa looked around. It blasted Firefly True Master away, who was striking at him, and then it bellowed, "You've infuriated me. You are food, and you should realize that you're no better than food. Kill it. Kill." The true gods ignored sector beast Morosa, but at the same time, they couldn't help but think that this sector beast was a moron. It was a being who represented destruction from birth, so they couldn't underestimate it, not even a little bit. They were all trying their best to attack the sector beast. However, Nine-headed Devil Master opted to observe it instead of wielding his power. Die. Sector beast, you die. All the true gods surrounded the sector beast and performed their techniques. Blood Orchid Ancestor was the most powerful out of all the true gods. Blood Orchid Ancestor had an enormous godly body, and one vine after another extended from its body. On each of the vines was flowing black light, which came from a set of machine-type valuables she had obtained from the world of Jinn that perfectly fit her techniques. Those vines with black light all extended towards sector beast Morosa, seeking to wind around it. Close combat, distant attacks, and binding. Sector beast Morosa felt that it couldn't resist the surrounding true gods any longer. I originally wanted to conceal my power and tempt all those true gods, thought sector beast Morosa, but I didn't realize that they were all so powerful. Sector beast Morosa was stunned that it had been encircled like this. Apparently, Blood Orchid Ancestor and the others were much more powerful than Firefly True Master. Sector beast Morosa went mad. It was surrounded by 8 true gods. The most power true god, Nine-headed Devil Master, was observing that sector beast. "It's indeed powerful," said Nine-headed Devil Master, thrilled. "It's being encircled by 8 true gods, yet it's only at a slight disadvantage. Even compared to the 8 great overlords in Universe Ocean, it is only slightly weaker. If those sector beasts keep getting stronger, in the future, none of us other than Luophone will be able to rival these sector beasts. Let's kill it first." Nine-headed Devil Master finally started to wield his power after observing the sector beast for a while. All 9 heads of Nine-headed Devil Master raged. The 9 faces produced a series of strange yet distinct voices, each one yelling furiously. All of a sudden, another twisted portal in space, and all 9 twisted portals intertwined with each other. The intertwined portals formed a peculiar picture, which extended towards sector beast Morosa. "Die, sector beast." After a furious roar, light emerging from the entire body of nine-headed Devil Master. His whole body turned purple. This effect came from a machine-type valuable. The peculiar picture formed by those 9 twisted portals arrived at Sector Beast Morosa. This drove Sector Beast Morosa crazy. It suddenly raised its head and it opened its mouth. No sound came from the Sector Beast. However, that soundless scream pierced directly into the soul of every true god encircling it. Even nine-headed Devil Master, who was trying to rush toward it, paused midway. As for the other 8 true gods, they all displayed pangs of torment. Even though they were in agony, 6 of them were still able to barely resist it, but 2 howled under the invisible attack and could no longer concentrate on fighting the Sector Beast. Food is supposed to stay food. Sector Beast Morosa turned around and glared at Firefly True Master. Those curves emanating from Sector Beast Morosa suddenly turned around and raced toward Firefly True Master. They suddenly converged and gathered, enveloping Firefly True Master like a cocoon. Streaks of distorted rays of light entangled with one another as they surrounded Firefly True Master, forming a cocoon around him. The cocoon released a black fog. Within the cocoon, Firefly True Master was struggling like mad, causing the cocoon to suddenly balloon up. Then, without warning, another spot bulged out, and the bulging of the cocoon at random spots continued successively while the black fog became all the more pervasive, increasingly spreading outward. Save Firefly True Master, roared an infuriated nine-headed Demon Master. At the same time, he was blazing up his godly power rapidly to its limit. Then he transformed into an incomparably dazzling golden light and directly charged at the Sector Beast, Morosa. Sector Beast Morosa also knew that this nine-headed Demon Master was not to be trifled with. He was one of the 8 great overlords of Universe Ocean. Once again, it opened its mouth. Soundlessly. The soundless scream was only directed at nine-headed Demon Master. Nine-headed Demon Master was momentarily stunned but recovered fast enough to continue charging toward Morosa. As one of the 8 great overlords, his willpower certainly was not his shortcoming. He might not have been Luo Feng's equivalent, but his willpower had also reached the ultimate limit of a true god of void space. Receiving the impact of the soundless scream, he undoubtedly felt a sharp pain, but he was able to endure its intensity. Sector Beast. Nine-headed Demon Master's hands sported sharp, golden claws. The pair of sharp claws was an automaton-type treasure. Tear. Nine-headed Demon Master roared. Suddenly, the pair of sharp claws acting as his hands expanded and became a pair of sharp claws 1 million kilometers long. Tearing through the void space and moving along a mysterious trajectory, the sharp claws connected with one another. At that moment, the entire void space seemed to be divided into 2 sides, one black and the other white. Its sharp claws manipulated these 2 different sides of void space and descended directly upon where the Sector Beast Morosa was. "Scram," said Morosa. 2 of the Sector Beast's palms suddenly surfaced into view, and rapidly, they expanded and grew bigger. The pair of golden claws instantly crashed into those palms. Right away, it grabbed Sector Beast Morosa's body and suddenly tried to tear it apart. This tearing move was the essence of nine-headed Demon Master's attack. Yet Sector Beast Morosa's body was like rubber. Even though it was being pulled outward to a length of 10 million kilometers, it was still not torn apart. The elongated Sector Beast angrily roared, "You are nine-headed Demon Master? As expected, you are much stronger than the other fools, but it's still pointless. You can't kill me. Save me. Save me." From afar, the gigantic cocoon of black fog was emerging into view. The consistent bulging was still very apparent, as Firefly True Master was still struggling like mad from the inside. At the same time, he was relying on a domain-type Supreme True Treasure for voice transmission. "All of you, attack that black fog cocoon." Nine-headed Demon Master shouted his orders via voice transmission. "All right. Leave it to us." The other 7 true gods, upon hearing his orders, immediately attacked the black fog cocoon in a frenzied manner. All at once, the cocoon was bombarded by all sorts of moves. Yet it was tenacious. Every time it was bombarded, the force would only be enough to either cause a temporary dent on the cocoon or cause it to become elongated. There was simply no way it could be torn apart. Also, The streaks of black light rays from the black fog cocoon were connected to the faraway sector beast, Morosa. Morosa was in the midst of maintaining the existence of the cocoon. Thus, the power he had will not be able to. The 7 true gods were anxious yet helpless. 9-headed demon master, this black fog silk cocoon can annihilate our godly power like mad, and it is incomparably tenacious. That sector beast must be providing it with power, and that power is continuously counteracting against us. There is no way we can tear apart that cocoon. There is no way we can attack it to break it apart from the outside. Maybe it is easier from inside. Break. Within the black fog cocoon, Firefly True Master was roaring crazily. The cocoon suddenly expanded. It continued to expand until it was expanded to over 10 times its original size, and internally, Firefly True Master was apparently going crazy and hysterical. But there was still no way he could break out of that cocoon. Firefly True Master anxiously transmitted a voice message. Everyone, it is swallowing my godly power like crazy. Continuously absorbing, and its energy level is not reducing but, on the contrary, increasing. However, I am doing my best to resist, burning up my godly power to resist it. It needed to use its strength to suppress mine, and we were trying to annihilate one another. Previously, when you were all attacking this black fog cocoon from the outside, I felt that its resistance was obviously weakened. All of you should continue to attack. Attack this black fog cocoon. It has limited tolerance. There is no need to use other ways because the other ways will not produce much effect. So long as we use our godly power and try our best to make it use up its power so that it is unable to replenish its supply of godly power in time, we will be able to cause this black fog cocoon to collapse. Everyone outside, including 9-headed demon master, all felt that his reasoning made sense. Godly power was very important to every true god. With the help of an automaton-type treasure, a true god's godly power could unleash hundreds and thousands of bouts of combat power. If they had directly used their godly power to get their opponent to use up its power, then they would be wasting their godly power. 4 true gods with smaller bodies, this would be a just cause for hesitation. Let's work on using up its power. 9-headed demon master ordered. All right. Blood Orchid Ancestor was the first to receive the orders. A tremendous amount of flowers and vines extended out to ensnare the cocoon in a frenzied manner as Blood Orchid Ancestor launched her attacks with a great deal of godly power. Like a pair of red-hot tongs being dunked in water, the reaction between the godly powers and the black fog cocoon was sudden and volatile. Both sides tried madly to consume one another. Within the black fog cocoon, Firefly True Master was also doing his best to put up a resistance. He transmitted a voice message in a most anxious tone. Everyone, all together. Let's try our best together. So long as we can wear it out, the cocoon will break. I just need a moment to achieve this. The other true gods, who were feeling hesitant, looked at one another. Then, with gritted teeth, they released their godly powers together in a mighty manner. Without further ado, they charged toward the black fog cocoon. Internally and externally, the 8 great true masters combined their efforts. All their godly powers combined to deal a mighty attack. Suddenly, the numerous streaks of distorted light rays that were scattered and spread all over the place by Sector Beast Morosa all converged to surround the black fog cocoon. At that moment, there was no longer a single light ray penetrating the void space. All of these rays were now surrounding the black fog cocoon, as if in preparation for a full-scale attack. Mere seconds later, the black fog cocoon split open with a loud rumble. Firefly True Master dashed way out, looking like a very sorry sight. Ha ha ha! Firefly True Master laughed, pleasantly surprised. Then his delight turned into fear. His godly power had already been used up by as much as 70%. That black fog cocoon was absorbing it at a rate that was much too fast. In the distance, Sector Beast Morosa and 9-headed Demon Master were engaged in heated crossfire. 9-headed Demon Master was relying on a pair of golden automaton-type huge claws that could place Sector Beast Morosa under complete suppression. However, Morosa was also executing a soundless soul attack, which allowed it to easily evade 9-headed Demon Master's attacks. Firefly True Master? Sector Beast Morosa turned back and looked toward Firefly True Master. With a hideous smile, he said, "I had intended to devour you. Who would have expected you to make a successful escape? In that case, you can meet your doom right away." Sector Beast Morosa's body suddenly shook and vibrated. Hua, 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 hua. The numerous distorted light rays that were scattered all over the place when the black fog cocoon had shattered suddenly lit brightly and transformed into dazzling black rays. These rays were no longer distorted as they gathered to form a black, shining column. This black column of light charged toward Firefly True Master so quickly that he was given no chance of escape. To the naked eye, it would have appeared that Firefly True Master's body was gradually disappearing, part by part. What incredible annihilation! Two opposing powers at that moment were annihilating one another. It was an eye for an eye. Killing 1,000 of the enemy would mean incurring a personal loss of 1,000. Yet the Sector Beast, Morosa, could afford to fight on. Earlier, it had already devoured a large portion of Firefly True Master's godly power, so devouring more than half of the origin of a miniature universe was hardly worth a mention. However, it could not digest the godly power fast enough to transform it into its own power, which was why it had to temporarily store it. Undoubtedly, it was not afraid of using up its godly power. "No," Firefly True Master said, attempting to fly toward its battleship. Greatly shocked, Blood Orchid Ancestor manipulated her vines as she attempted to block the black column of light. She wanted to help build a stronger resistance. Nine-Headed Demon Master was greatly taken aback. Stop! The rate of annihilation was simply too fast. The black column of light collided with Firefly True Master, causing his body to disappear part by part. Just as the various other parties were about to intervene, Sector Beast Morosa raised its head and let out another soundless attack. This time, every single true god was affected. The one who suffered the smallest impact was Nine-Headed Demon Master, who happened to be the furthest away from Firefly True Master. No, 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 Firefly True Master tried his best to fly toward the battleship. So long as he could make his way into the ship, he would be safe. Suddenly, that black column of light started to move and flow. The instantaneous flowing movement gave form to a black, foggy cocoon. It once again enshrouded Firefly True Master, preventing him from escaping. "Break open," said Blood Orchid Ancestor as her crimson vine flowers finally flew over. The cocoon vanished into thin air, and Firefly True Master disappeared with it. What was left behind were some treasures, like weapons and armor, that floated in the void space. Far off in the distance, Nine-Headed Demon Master and Blood Orchid Ancestor were all shocked. Firefly True Master had been annihilated. The entire miniature universe started to vibrate. Cracks formed within space as it began to collapse. Every living soul that belonged to this miniature universe, from Universe Masters of the Firefly Clan to Universe Knights, Undying Fighters, and ordinary living souls, were annihilated in the blink of an eye. In the void space, Sector Beast Morosa felt neither joy nor anger. Disappeared. Disappeared. Killing that Firefly True Master, the origin of his miniature universe actually disintegrated and returned back to Universe Ocean? My delicious meal. Oh, my delicious fare. If I had known, I would never have killed that Firefly True Master. Regret. Sector Beast Morosa sorely regretted his actions. Devouring the origin of a miniature universe would allow him to absorb a tremendous amount of energy, even more than devouring 10 true god. Yet, by killing Firefly True Master, the origin of Firefly True Master's miniature universe had collapsed right away to retreat back to Universe Ocean. There was no way he could get hold of it. Sector Beast. Nine-Headed Demon Master and company went crazy with rage as they besieged Sector Beast and started to rain attacks down on him like mad. If I kill another true god, won't I be destroying another miniature universe? That was my meal. Sector Beast Morosa was reluctant to kill another true god, so he turned to flee. I would rather feed on the origin of the miniature universe first, then kill the true god later. Now is not the time to kill them. Sector Beast Morosa turned to make its escape. You want to escape? Nine-Headed Demon Master and the other true gods persisted in attacking it and blocking off all possible routes of escape. This infuriated Sector Beast Morosa. As the surrounding void space had been frozen, there was simply no way it could teleport. By relying on flying alone, would it be able to escape from their clutches at all? Nine-headed Demon Master and company could follow it wherever it went. There was no escape. Star Tower was advancing amid the chaotic airflow within void space. Luo Feng, clothed in his white robe, held onto a transmission token. Nine-headed Demon Master transmitted the news. Milky Way, Firefly True Master is dead. However, we are no longer taking any chances. The Sector Beast is trying to escape now, but the surrounding time and space are frozen. It is not possible for it to escape. Milky Way, we can suppress it, but killing it would cost us dearly. Who knows? We might see another 1 or 2 true gods annihilated. This is why we did not force it into a corner. We only tried our best to ensure that it could not escape. Also, we tried as hard as we could to stall for more time until you and Nine Remoteness could arrive. Great, Luo Feng replied. How did Firefly Master die? Even with all of you around, it actually managed to kill a true god. From where Nine-headed Demon Master was, there was silence. No news at all. A short moment later, a piece of news arrived. Milky Way, the Sector Beast. The Sector Beast has escaped. On the 3rd day after the Sector Beast fled and disappeared, Luo Feng, Nine-headed Devil Master, and Blood Orchid Ancestor met in the Chaos Space in Universe Ocean. As for the other true gods, they all went back to their miniature universes. Devil Master, Blood Orchid, Luo Feng said, standing in space. Nine Remoteness True Master stood beside him, while Fire Dome True God and Hong were standing behind him. What happened? Said Nine Remoteness True Master anxiously. Nine-headed Remoteness Master, you said that you sealed the space, and all of you 8 true gods were encircling him. Under sealed space, even teleportation is strictly prohibited. How did that Sector Beast get away so quickly without any problem? Luo Feng also looked at Nine-headed Devil Master, confused. When they had been talking with Nine-headed Devil Master through the communications token, Nine-headed Devil Master had said that it was difficult to talk about it through the communications token. He needed to talk with them face to face. No need to rush. All 9 faces on Nine-headed Devil Master looked solemn. Ever since that fight against the Sector Beast, I've been thinking about the fight, and I've talked with Blood Orchid. I've discovered something strange. I'll tell you one by one now. Beside him, Blood Orchid Ancestor nodded in agreement. Luo Feng, Nine Remoteness Master, Fire Dome True God, and Hong were all listening. Normally, Sector Beasts are not powerful, said Nine-headed Devil Master. The power of that Sector Beast is slightly stronger than Blood Orchid and slightly weaker than me. However, that Sector Beast has some special skills. Firstly, it's able to swallow the origin of a miniature universe. Based on our estimation, it would take it around 8 days to completely swallow the origin of a miniature universe. Of course, when engaged in a fight, a Sector Beast wouldn't be able to swallow the origin anymore. This swallowing technique is one of the special skills Sector Beasts have. Secondly, those circuitous curves it emits. In addition to swallowing the origin of a miniature universe, they can also swallow true gods. Hua. His godly power immediately simulated the previous fighting scene in space. The black mist cocoon completely enveloped Firefly True Master, and no matter how Firefly True Master struggled, he couldn't break it to get away. Look, said Nine-headed Devil Master. Inside that black mist cocoon, the godly power of Firefly True Master was constantly being devoured. It didn't matter how he tried to resist. The burning godly power of Firefly True Master was still neutralized by the power contained in that black mist cocoon. Other true gods also tried to help, but they couldn't break the black mist cocoon at all. In the end, Blood Orchid helped. Blood Orchid Ancestor nodded. That's right. Other true gods and I gave up on weapon-based attacks and used our godly power to sweep across the cocoon. We used our godly power to consume it. That's how we broke the cocoon. Clearly, if there were only 1 or 2 true gods present, if one was trapped by that Sector Beast, they wouldn't stand a chance of getting back into a palace true treasure. The black mist cocoon can change its size however it wants and would just keep trapping the true gods. That Sector Beast wouldn't give you a chance. Luo Feng, Nine Remoteness True Master, Hong, and Fire Dome all looked sullen. If one true god encountered a sector beast, he wouldn't stand a chance of surviving. In my opinion, said Nine-Headed Devil Master, weapons can still work on that black mist cocoon, but the weapons we used are not strong enough. Otherwise, that sector beast would have used that technique to trap me. I posed the biggest threat. Instead, it trapped Firefly True Master, who is weaker. Yes. That's right. Luo Feng and the others all nodded. However, we still have to take that technique of sector beasts, black mist cocoon, seriously. Nine-Headed Devil Master then turned toward space, and the displayed scenes changed. The traces of black light all became black pillars and rushed toward Firefly True Master, consuming the body of Firefly True Master bit by bit. After the black mist cocoon was broken, they quickly turned into black pillars and started to erode the body of Firefly True Master. When he was trying to get back to the spaceship and we were trying to slow down the sector beast used soul attacks to affect us while those black pillars were eroding Firefly True Master. However, when Firefly True Master had almost reached the spaceship, the black pillar suddenly became the black mist cocoon and immediately enveloped Firefly True Master. Soon after that, Firefly True Master was dead. Nine-Headed Devil Master stepped aside, looking solemn. Apparently, the black light pillar can turn into a black mist cocoon at any time. Even if Firefly True Master had carried his spaceship with him, the black light would have immediately turned into a black mist cocoon. Luo Feng, Nine Remoteness and the others all went silent. It was indeed scary. From cocoon to light pillars to cocoon again, sector beasts could keep this cycle up forever, and nobody could even run away. This is their scariest move. Endless binding and erosion, said Nine-Headed Devil Master solemnly. But thirdly, it has incredible soul attack skills. Once they are performed, under such soul attacks, those with true god level willpower will be in such agony that they won't be able to attack anymore. Only those at the level of a true god of void space could stay conscious, but their power would still be reduced. Only those at limit void space level could withstand it easily. And now we need to talk about its escape skills. Nine-Headed Devil Master pointed at the space beside him. Just watch for yourselves. A scene appeared in the space beside them. The giant sector beast Morosa howled, after which, an image with a black edge and golden surface showed up all over its body. 99 engravings showed up, and after a sound, hong, the body of sector beast Morosa suddenly split into 99 streaks of light that swiftly flew in different directions. The speed immediately surged. 1,000 times faster than light speed, 10,000 times faster than light speed. In that time, Nine-Headed Devil Master sighed. None of us 8 true gods dared to completely separate because we feared that it would attack us one by one, which is why we were divided into 2 teams. One was myself, the others were other 7, led by Blood Orchid. We chased 2 of the lights. We kept chasing them, but they both suddenly disappeared after a short while. The sector beast disappeared just like that. Both Nine-Headed Devil Master and Blood Orchid shook their heads, looking hopeless. Luo Feng appeared at a loss. A body separated into 99 parts. And 2 of them vanished. The body was disintegrated. Luo Feng frowned. Once they escape, each part of the body can be the main body. The other 98 parts can then dissipate and gather back together with that main part, becoming the sector beast. We think likewise. How are we supposed to kill it if it can use that move? Nine-Headed Devil Master frowned. Nine Remoteness Master also shook his head. Too difficult. Everyone was anxious. Hong, who had been silent, suddenly said, "It's not that easy, everyone. It has such incredible escape skills, but why did it fly away right after killing Firefly True Master?" Nine-Headed Devil Master could only suppress it. It could have killed however it pleased. Why didn't it keep fighting? That's right. Nine-Headed Devil Master nodded. We thought about it after that, and we were also confused by this. Everything seemed to be under its control. It could have certainly killed another true god with its skill Black Mist Cocoon. However, it immediately left after killing Firefly True Master. Blood Orchid Ancestor added, "I've talked with Devil Master also, and we thought that the skills the Sector Beast performed weren't all the skills it has." Luo Feng, Hong, Fire Dome, and Nine Remoteness all looked dazed. Nine-headed Devil Master was also worried. It doesn't have powerful fighting skills, but it has all sorts of other special skills. Black Mist Cocoon, Black Light, Soul Attacks, and Escape, and these are just the skills it has demonstrated. It was pushed to despair by us, so it might still have some techniques it hasn't used. Luo Feng and the others all nodded. It was a habit common among great beings. They would intentionally hide their trump cards unless it was a crucial moment. Sector beasts were terrifying creatures bred in Universe Ocean that represented destruction. They could tell that the sector beast had only treated this event as a trial, and it hadn't really been driven to despair. It was likely that it still had some special techniques. No wonder the original mind attached great importance to it, said Luo Feng. One sector beast is already so difficult to deal with, and this is only one of them. There are many more in the nest of the sector beasts. Everyone was heavy-hearted. The problem is, we don't know what other skills it has, said Nine-headed Devil Master worriedly. In the space of Universe Ocean, the golden sector beast Morosa lay within the chaos air. It breathed it in, looking more relaxed than ever. Black light flowed across its body. I had such a great meal. I haven't even finished the origin of a small universe yet, but I felt that I've already had a lot. It feels much better than eating 10 true gods. Sector beast Morosa was satisfied. Every time after I swallow a miniature universe, my power will be improved, so if I keep swallowing those origins, I should become stronger than Bei Di. And after that, I'll swallow all the other sector beasts. Then I can become the one true king of sector beast. Sector beast Morosa was expectant. Currently, it was trying to convert those energies into its own at its leisure. The entire Universe Ocean was panic-stricken. A sector beast had suddenly appeared, and it had killed Firefly True Master while surrounded by 9 true gods led by Nine-headed Devil Master. Then it had run away as if nothing had happened. Besides, it had been able to complete swallowing the origin of a miniature universe in only 8 days, which frightened all the powers in Universe Ocean. After all, it would usually take Luo Feng and the other 7 great overlords a long time to get to a miniature universe. Now that the sector beast had disappeared, nobody knew when it would show up again, and no one could say for sure that he wouldn't be the next Firefly True Master. We'll separate into 8 teams, and once that sector beast shows up, at least one of us can arrive in time. Milky Way has 2 bodies, so he'll be responsible for 2 areas. Many true gods from the original universe will also come out. We should remain well prepared all the time. Once that sector beast shows up, we'll get there and kill it all at once. This video will end here.